Hey, so I'm upset because the doctor appointment I had this morning was my last pre-op appointment. So before surgery, the last appointment, they were kind of up in the air about what they were going to do because I've had recent hospital stays. It wasn't overnight, it was just issues where I had to go to the hospital because of medication, because the medication did not agree with me that my psychiatrist gave me. Twice this happened. So they saw this happening and they said, well, you're already high risk because of your mental health and that you're on medications. Now you've had some issues with medications and medication changes, so we cannot give you the surgery. That's what they said to me. They said, we can see how it goes in the future. Stay in this program. We'll give you another behavioral health visit and we will keep up with you basically. Like this bariatric nurse called me and she gave me a few appointments over the next month and said if those go well, they will revisit the idea of surgery in 8 weeks. So it's not all bad. It's not like they said, oh, you can never have this. So I'm upset. I feel like it's coming out a little bit more. I'm trying not to be angry because what I'm really feeling is extremely disappointed. And I'm overreacting to this because they said, yeah, this is still a possibility in your near future. But I guess being in this pre-op program has been really hard. Changing the way I eat, the way I look at food, counting every label, looking at calories, doing my best to eat lean proteins and stay away from sauces and all the things, everything that I loved before. I've eaten clean in the past. I've eaten better in the past before. I've done better before. But these habits, they come back in. And that's a problem. So this is why they put you in pre-op programs so you can learn over time what to do. So I'll have like a protein shake or maybe a hard-boiled egg in the morning instead of like an egg sandwich. You know, there's these adjustments you make that are going to be lifelong, even for after surgery. So I've been making these adjustments. It's not a bad thing, but it's been really hard. And I've had this surgery to look to. So I am in a wedding. I am a bridesmaid in a wedding in August. And I was thinking, well, what perfect timing for me to be able to get this done. It was going to be May 7th. And then, heal, like feel like I'm healing, losing some weight, and then being able to move around again freely and everything by the time I'm in the wedding. And events like that are big deals to me. Being in front of people, feeling like I'm being like looked at, and the social aspect. I mean, it's terrifying. I have social anxiety. I can't sometimes go to the grocery store. I barely make it to work. It's like an extreme disability. And I've fought this for years and years and years. I've been a full-time worker. Now I'm down to part-time. Now there's days I feel like I can't really go out places. When I do, I feel a little better. I have to make myself get over that fear, and then I'll feel a little better. But basically what's going on is it just put a big bump in the road, and I feel extremely disappointed. Yeah, they need to make sure there's no more medication changes happening and that my mood is going to be stable. It will never be stable. Not for a week straight. Never in my whole life. So what, people like me can't get surgery? I think that they obviously approved me before when this all was still happening to me. So I think what's going on is they just mean stability, like no hospital visits and making sure there's no big medication changes. Then they're going to approve it and I can go through with it. The timing isn't great for me. I thought that this was perfect. I thought I was doing so well. So I don't know why this stuff happened. And you can't ask why. When something happens that makes you unhappy or doesn't make sense to you, no matter how big or how small, you cannot ask why. If there's no simple answer, it only hurts you. It only angers you. It only causes more issues. People ask, why do children get sick? Why do people get diseases? Why is there suffering with mental illness? And there's really no legit answer. And so something as little as this, as I thought I was working towards this, I was ready to do the liver shrinking diet. I was like telling my friends, my family about it. And I was just so ready to take on this challenge that even the setback, no matter how small this problem is, it feels like I want to ask, why is this happening? Why did this happen with my medication? But there is no answer. And my body just responded to these psychiatric medications my psychiatrist gave me in the wrong way. And that's the end of the story. And it's easy sometimes, like as a Christian, to believe that things happen for a reason. Sometimes they do, I'm sure. Maybe everything happens for a reason. And we just don't know what that reason is. So, yeah, that's all. I was just like pretty upset that I have to drag out this pre-op stuff, even longer, but maybe I needed to. I'm just starting to make a big habit out of these things. So maybe I need to, my diet needs to be this way more consistently before I get the big surgery. It could end up being a good thing. So I'm glad I talked through it like this. I'm going to see my psychiatrist on Monday, and I'm going to tell her I'm no longer taking the sublingual tablet that was causing me tachycardia, that I will not be taking it, that I have actually been like pretty well without this type of medication she wants to prescribe me. The one put me in the hospital from a severe adverse reaction, which I've talked about. The second one, it was over time. So I didn't go straight to the hospital with like an emergency this time. It was over time I was having extreme panic attacks, which is nothing like me. That doesn't happen to me. Do I have social anxiety? Yeah. Do I have general anxiety? Of course. I mean, pretty bad sometimes. And I believe with all the stuff going around these days, we all want to diagnose ourselves. So when I was 16, I was diagnosed with ADHD. I have like so many symptoms of that. It's not something I was treated for or looked into beyond moving into different psychiatry offices and different therapists. It wasn't something that was focused on. They more worked on the depression and anxiety part of things. So I never looked at myself like, oh, I'm an ADHD person. But I'm pretty sure with the way that my thoughts go in circles and stuff that I have that as well. So it becomes hard to function. But yeah, like I have social anxiety. But I don't have huge panic attacks like that. I knew it was the medication. It was the only new thing that I had changed in my life. Since then, I have cut back on caffeine. I have, I want to say gotten rid of sugar, but of course there's sugar in like everything. So it's hard to stay away from it completely. Yeah, I tried everything I can, but I stopped that medication and it stopped too. So I will not take it again. And I am fine without starting a new medication. I got through my friend's bridal shower. I was positive. I was talkative. And when I go back to work on Thursday, I plan for it to go the same way. Am I going to be scared to get over that hurdle of going back? Yes. But I am hoping for the best, and that when I get there, it's not going to be as scary as I think it is. These struggles are all in my head. I'm perfectly fine. Man, mental health is crazy. It's a really hard thing to navigate, and it's a lifelong journey. My friend just let me borrow a book about like the spiritual root of disease. I believe the doctor's name was Henry Wright, and I'm going to read through that and see what I learn, because you're told you have these illnesses, your brain's a certain way, you're born this way, but maybe there's ways to deal with these diagnoses or these sicknesses other than just what I've been doing my whole life. Things that, it's just prolonged. It's never cured, right? Maybe there's a way. But it was a good day until I got that phone call, and I'm thinking it can be a good day again. It was just a little setback. I might have some tears about it, but like when I have to tell people, oh, this plan I had, oh, there's a hiccup in the road, it's not going to happen. That's okay. It'll give me more time to adjust to being back to work before I have to be out of work again for the surgery. So always look at the positive side. Thanks for listening.